I kept the videos for the Vaxvanus and the Mr. Zografos, just passed them behind me, so that you don't see magical images. You will be able to show it already. They are close to us for the Vaxvanus and the judges and the politicians, because I want us to take from our own cameras, to get clear sound, to enjoy what is happening in the background for what games are being played, and then you will not be surprised about what we have said and have right in the past. For all these supposed luminaries of the left, democracy and journalism. Shame, but it doesn't matter, it's the weather that says shooting. The stone painter is another story. You tell me why I insist. I will tell you. Because during the last show we did, you showed the world with one. Water. New hydro turbine, a generator. How can you have electricity at home? Correctly, I received phone calls. Now you have left the great invention of hydrogen for electricity and its pirates, the little gifts, the little ones where it can't work. Because if we all put it in, says the pressure, the energy that EYDAP will consume to send the water will be equal to the energy that we will receive. It will be done, says thieves of the energy we pay all 10 that you will apply it. Does this apply? Why? An interruption. Yes. We said that they can put it in the cistern in the toilet, which people know that the cistern that fills first fills with water and then the water empties. So the pressure from where will it decrease, since there is permanent water inside the cistern, which the water flows from the pipes, fills the cistern, and when emptying the water the wheel turns. How will the pressure drop? However, he was also persuaded by some EDP executives and such electricians, who told us to put a good idea in mind in the central pipelines. To put these things to get some of the energy back. This applies since you will consume energy, it prevents us from its pressure. You will understand more. USA with the wasted energy expended when a housewife washes the dishes and dishes at the sink. This is an energy of the water that is lost anyway, it also goes down the toilet. Because it is pressure and in the cistern, that's why it's called a cistern. Fill the cistern with water. We use the pressure from gravity, which will reduce the fine. Okay, but still. Well, in the gallery, some people made it and there are their testimonies, and they say inside that for the first time we got 4 goals. 4 amperes are mentioned in the gallery by those who made it, and in fact many came and I gave them completely free of charge. I had made 5 turbines and gave them to the kids. Plastic spoons. I went around nice to say that Mr. Friend can't be here with us today. Mr. Pantelis Katsianis, electrical engineer here, Mr. Stamatis Stamasha, mechanical engineer, and Mr. Tazos Petridis, representative of the Pangea So movement, will be on the phone. But here today. In the time we will devote to Petros the painter, whose great patent recognition is in progress, so not one and in. They will soon see that the big patent doesn't just stay in the drawers. Evolves. So much for power. As for the appearance of the gallery and so on, there will be one soon. Complete construction of greater power and appearance, capable of entering some space in some apartment, and the rest we do not remain indifferent. Still, for an apartment, a kilowatt, as we have it. Say for an average house, a cellar does not start, it needs 3 kilowatts an average. Residents say something that matters. Sir, submit 3 such. An average residence needs 3,000. They are interested. Look for it, we've seen these. And a Norwegian company, I say on the air, that I really saw wisdom in these people. Leave these for later, when and if they happen we will see. Here, we are trying to keep this great invention in Greece, we will talk about the rest. Small percentage same. In other words, I am saying that 1 kilogram shift is not enough. An average house needs 3 kilowatts to serve all the needs of the house with it. Even a lot. But simply because simple is usually the right thing in nature. For a house to work, 3, 4, 5 lights turn on. Up can ban the other, belongs to the kitchen and water heater and lights with time. I want the water heater. Usually all the water heaters today are solar, we know, or the heating they have takes it from the sun. I don't have any men on the north side that they can't put on me. These cases to be covered. With 3 kilowatts. It is 3 kilowatts and it is first, let's say we will cover. For those familiar with solar. Water heater cover me to the USA for the requirements that so that it is reliable. And I think it works. But we can't put it in the house before the patent comes out, because the fire gave it a complete history. This is why we don't manufacture, ladies and gentlemen, and it doesn't come to market. Because if such a one escapes to the outside, the father case is lost. So today I was brought here over the cyclist by a sculpture. Can I touch them? Yes, Mr. Triantafilopoulos, do you have to show first? Ovi's response that Vista ruled, if the patent is valid. Where is the? Why do we have Obi's document from the Director General? What is this thing? I'm afraid to lean everywhere inside you, I say. No, it's nothing, it just is. Gold difference that had 220 volts. So it's nothing. Why did we eat? What is this? This, Mr. Triantafilopoulos, I saw a documentary on TV, in Africa, down there where the children don't have it. I want a portable camera. Is it possible because there is something under the bike chains? For this, what is for weight is, has none, will not. Goes everywhere, one up, no will go, will connect now, have we connected? Come here and have your say. Therefore, in Africa, the children do not have electricity to go to school. A lamp to light to write their lessons m. So this thing they will connect now. Around 18 lamps, 18 lamps that can comfortably provide illumination to these underdeveloped ones. We make countries. With gravitational energy, with gravity. Gravity. What gravity will you see now? We will not put out of the earth. All members of the earth, not orthopedalia. No, not things like that, not flat shoes. Make me dance around the house riding a bike. When you are pedaling. How long will you last? 5-10 minutes, 1/4, then goes, you will sleep all night too. Many do. But it is energy that is lost by humans. It is not right now for the man to leave and empty himself energetically. All those I host lose their skin to generate electricity. We will be happy. So let's go now, including me who has started to have a tummy, so let's go and see here now. What is this? We're going to turn on all those lights. Let's connect the chain first. It is 3 degrees each to open it. Vangelis, come close. I helped. Vangelis is the beloved son of Petros, who follows in his footsteps. Lift the weight. This is a bicycle chain, as you said. I'm curious what the hell you've been doing over here. I mean, what am I? Very much, he said. Everyone is curious here in the studio, trying to figure out how you're going to generate electricity. That is with her. You'll see it in a bit, and we'll change the light bulbs and play the radio. We might as well change the TV. Of course we will generate current if it is now in a house and has a high day. Yes, this energy will be produced continuously. The batteries will be able to charge. So anyone, he will smartly take it home. All that they say now. So some smart people say we too, and we can, okay, but we didn't say, but they haven't seen this power even in their dreams, this power now that will be emitted, that will come out. On walks. Golf in. How many volts? 12 volt. We have stabilization, but we can also get 28. Yes. And on the other hand, where did you go? And 28 in. 28 12. I have stabilization at 12 volts with pregnant, says now. Does it want an inverter again though? It doesn't matter. No. Inverter is not needed here now because the loads will all be 12 volts if I want to have 220 though. Plus it is. I will turn this to be solved. Verena, Sigh Vangelis, yes, it's easy, it turns around and it will be solved from here first. It has gone up Sunday. He has done 3 rods. Yeah, okay, it's nothing, it'll be fixed right away. The simplest ones are these. Download the below Yoo-hooer and you get the wishes from here up here a thumbs up. Have a good one and come to training, tell me if there's another one. When you get into his shoes, he doesn't need such things again. Nice. This happens once. I watch it to see today. Half. The experiment will be successful. I didn't understand how he would work and what energy would give him power. You'll see it soon. To connect our loads. Now why isn't it collapsing? If I don't give him the command, he doesn't fall down. What command will you give? What other magic carpet? Yes, I didn't understand. A petticoat. How come he is not coming back now? If it is above her. Up there in the blue box is the generator. Yes, let's show it. The blue box they see what up you will see now is a generator, Mr. Director for show us this. There in this from this cable we will take out the 12A current, like this. We will be able to charge batteries as much as we want. The thing. We're touching it to see the polarity. I'm going to put these from here for the world to see. All these lamps will light up. These are lights 9. Now in a little while I will add that they are not lights. It has 20 LEDs on each thing now. Loudly. Very strong. But now I have brought and look. To get the technicians to dim the lights. And Philopolu. From the Constantine control to see LEGO, dim the lights. An incandescent. Lichaz. I read one, he declared. You will see. Now where will they get electricity from? From here. How? He's not an engineer, he's 12. It should be 12 volt. Okay, so I thought it shows the inverter too here like this. Slow down, don't get completely dark until Peter turns on the lights and we'll see how that works. So leave the lights on first, let's see how it works, and then when the lights come on dim again, so raise the lighting again. This is interesting. Please raise the lighting to see if it works properly, and then when I do, if and when I turn it on, we'll dim the lights. So let's see what Peter has done here today, my dear Peter, with your burdens here. Party. Look what the man is doing. Whoa, stop. So they're cut someone. Lean on the golem. Turn them on their gospel. Look at all the lights, but I'll start it. Come. And we will change now. And how did the lights come on before I started working? With very little movement, because it has a reducer up here. It starts with very little movement. But here is all the mastery that with if yes. I'll rip it all off like nobody's business. It did not light up with very little movement. This from one moment to the next will fall down, that is, it would fall quickly. As a result you go to the lights. In each of our experiments an accident always happens, just like the last time it had. Psi valve then, okay, it doesn't light up 1 2 they don't light up, it doesn't matter. Well, those 1 2 that don't light up will also light up. Now this, another one, and, gentlemen, it will take a while to go down. Meanwhile, there is a tendency to charge the batteries, play music, listen to the music. And will it go down? How will it go up again? This should normally be a lot. The lights down, invisible to me. So time, director. We have to show the lights nicely. And what will I do when the weight comes off? I'll pick it up again. It's not like that, it's just in nature, the plus can't be the other, eh? Don't put it upside down and burn it. The time and date. Yes, you can put on the radio and television as normal. Now we put this 10-15 m, that is the height from a house to the bottom. So it will play 1/4 then stop as long. It will do a lot. As much as, Mr. Triantafilopoulos, you previously said that. Gall 4. Seaweed. I don't want the bullshit now, I want to see what happens. Do you see it playing? But. Is there a short circuit now? Did you do it? Okay. It plays nice, we saw it okay, the system works. So when it's empty instead of doing one at home. Here. And this thing charges batteries. Somewhere with your feet and passions. Certainly yes, it can't. It is, it doesn't matter. Now we go to the table to find. Let's put the incandescent lamps now that they are of high power, bring here where it is most important. Yes, but I'm interested in the following, we will have a home shift shooting all the time I saw her. No, we won't have a shift, we said. Does height matter? When is high enough? This thing can have energy. Of course, we will not give either from oil or from PPC. In this particular case. But someone will have to do the heavy lifting. It's nothing, it's very simple. As soon as he did one, the weight went up. And, very light to get energy to charge batteries will throughout the day. Yeah, okay we see. Nice to see that. This now charges the battery normally. After 3 minutes he goes downstairs. Sir 37 No, nothing happens without energy. Those who know see that an incandescent lamp lights up that to light it. This lamp does not light up at all and put a second base, this put a second incandescent. I believe you, but this is not a solution, but why is it? It is a solution that can give electricity. The other is reading his book and doing a like that when he is at 10 m. It will make it go down 1 o'clock I tell you at 10 m so it does. Look how late something is, not this thing, no one sees it, that is, too late. At 10 m it takes an hour. It does so about 10 m now, that's 1.5 meters. Mind you, that's 1.5 meters. Look how slowly it goes down, half a minute to bring the other lamp that matters. So it is understood that in 1 hour it can charge the battery. Of course it charges batteries. Not to be glad to have a lamp for an hour. Mr. Triantafilopoulos, we don't give energy here, did you understand the vision? No oil, no gasoline, not even water, nothing. We don't give anything. But we have to give. Make your little hand like this and it will load everything. In other words, the other person in his house has electricity, so he can now read his batteries and see the benefits. How long does it take to load goals? He wants a couple hours to become full. So 2 hours a day, you guys will pull, it's chain stuff. Where do I charge the solar cells when there is no sun? No. So the wind turbine when it doesn't have that is what's to do one like this here, that's good, but when it's high it will drop to 1 o'clock owner tested that is. Here is, okay, and not everyone can be 10 meters tall with it, makes one fill the apartment building's pipe and heavy war with it. You put it on to watch TV, you always do something to put in another lamp. Is it a solution for you? This and maybe for many people to charge their batteries for free without going out. Is not that right? Yes. In Africa, people who don't have it can. Here is a second lamp. Who can light up that is? These are big loads, they are no joke. Now that we are putting on incandescent lamps, put the other evangelical one. There we will all light up and look how soft it falls for someone else to ride a bike and tear up their legs and cause trouble. Is not. Put it like this and then you put it upside down, his world didn't fall apart. Otherwise, I have this good. Here. Look how many lamps we have up there. Nice. And radios and that, and off we go. Shall we sit down now? Let this drop. Let's shine down. And let's go. Bring us the lamps. Come here, Peter, yes. Are you short-circuiting something again? Nice stone. We've seen it. There's no need to repeat it 10 times. Are you short-circuiting? Understandably, it works. 1 minute, Mr. President. Understandably, it works. I'm done. Here, let's get it over with. Nice. I can help too. We'll see how long it takes from the start. How long will it take? It will take 2-3 minutes. Here you go. Euro. It's both 17. We'll see how long it lasts. This is shown as a way that we can get energy, inexpensively, so we can also charge. I want to stick to the great invention, and the great invention is the production of hydrogen. The lights show them. I don't know guys, the lights a camera down. To see NATO appears in the open plan. Here you can see the lights, so we'll see we said in 17 we started as I said, it will take 3 minutes. This story, then, leave it alone and do not interfere with these people. We have yes, I see you are happy. I want to go to the other invention. Which is also your most important invention. There now. This invention, when it splits into the water molecule and you get hydrogen, oxygen, and at the same time you can produce electricity, that is what you want. What will happen to this story? When will it move forward? When will we be able to 18 months? We'll eat for sure when we say 18 months. It means we're at 24 in 2 years for this thing to be internationally patented and to be able to go into production 2 years. It's been a long time for the world to be updated and now waiting for you to start the application. What will the people who are eager and waiting for the patent do at home? What does a pregnant woman do who has to wait? Let the 9 months to give birth to nature's baby one can't get it right now. Well, the international patent offices have a certain period of time to issue the patent. The global one, meaning I can't do anything there. Mr. Kotsanis, what do you say? At the moment what we are basically claiming is to have the right to use this as the most important thing. Things literally. They are in a certain order. But more I see that the Greeks as Greeks will have more trouble using it. Although the German may have an easier time getting around. So it is not of the state that means more easy to have it, or in the United States where there is no specific regulatory framework. Wherever anyone can build something and have their own production, you can. The two producers to have a wind turbine in your house and charge batteries, just like the wind turbine is exactly like. There are also photovoltaics. The only thing that needs to be done is for the specific device to come under the same framework, but the specific ones do not completely release you from other energy sources, while the wind turbine, when it blows, will charge batteries. How much current will it give me here? We don't have that kind of pretense. The chemical compound begins to work. So it breaks up with the small wave oscillator, the water molecule vibrates, it breaks up. We have hydrogen, we have motion, we have heating, we have electricity, these are no jokes. Big case. And who on the planet would refuse such a patent? No one can and cannot stop her. In Greece the issue is to patent it and by then to have manufactured units that can actually work adequately in a house, not to say Amon, we have run out of electricity now. And we'll wait for the device to work, won't we? Mr. Triantafilopoulos, this is changing the facts on the planet. The KKE did this, but the facts in our life are still slow to change this concept. Because that's how it always happens, Mr. Triantafilopoulos, it's not something that depends on us to make a connection, to do with a circuit. This depends on the times given by the respective agencies, such as V or the international patent offices that have a specific context. They tell you. Okay, Mr. Stomatios, in principle about the PPC you mentioned. I will emphasize that more often we have holidays with PPC than with the master's home country. Yes, but we don't have it. We don't have it. I will focus on the intention of the master painter that he wants to offer. I see this because I am also a new member of the team and this deserves the support of all of us. Mr. Petridis, what the people say, what the world is that? Give us the potato to have electricity is obvious. The master painter very clearly shows us what he says, how it works, how it can be used by society. From there, society must help so that this thing can be implemented as quickly as possible. But then the conspiracy scenarios start that they won't let us put it into practice and all that nonsense. Who will stop us? Obviously some interests will be called. We all know that society works on the basis of fuck cut, no house, and instead of connection I put Peter's device and it works. Will someone tell me why you have electricity without repairing it? He asks for a world that can even that depends on here now you don't see that. They will do this. You will eat wood, won't you? There is a case of a friend who says so we were talking about the television landscape and you see that from the most improbable things are invoked. And I made a simple one. While the SYRIZA member of parliament, who is completely ignorant of he says, but he's justifiably completely ignorant, isn't he? It's postal, it's so dramatic that it takes money, what does it have to do with the technical, that is, how many channels does it fit? Let's say each. Time has come for the new democracy to now tell her that the Philopolis who does not owe is healthy, what does his studios have? There are so many journalists working for them, why shouldn't he have the right? So it is not to get a TV license, and if it can afford it will be seen from the work that. Starting from his work, from there you are judged, it will determine my success and whether I will be able to do it. And yet I do. This and yet the right made the remark to the left, that is, we have gone completely crazy here. Once you saw what we call an Albanian tourist for a joke, the Albanian became a businessman, not a tourist. That's the way things are and that's life. If you allow me, let's listen to Mr. Fildisis. Please connect, say what you want, that in Greece we have the polynomial in general proved, and known to all, and we have in regulatory frameworks there are usually pressed. All situations, then. We have to break free somewhere at least. This is a peace, liberation that we have to earn it, and maybe with it, movement that exists right now is something that we are trying to gain. Yes, sir, it is because I welcome you in these few words that we say today, keeping the topic current, to answer, and you ask me who is responsible now. The Union of Physicists, the Academy of Athens, or the Polytechnic. Those agencies that are why do not come forward, move quickly. The patenting of such an invention to be recognized internationally, to see the application at home. The Union of Physicists, and above all, she will answer our links flawlessly. We know this, but I ask her, gentleman friend, isn't it rhetorical? It is an essential question and he understands what I am asking him. Mr. Gold, yes, good evening. For tell us, so look, see, we remain in our position that we have accepted this whole process, we have scientifically validated it, but we take the same angle that take it out today too. Where are you saying that at some point the world must be given to serve society, so we must run as far as we can? This invention to be protected by this patent and panel both in Greece and abroad. Let's start this every day we talk to people we are told what will happen to mother of pearl. Do you really speak such good words? You scientifically agree that you see, there is not a problem. Give this device to the world, I tell them I can't answer and I'm too much pressured by society. The people who are next to us. Well, thank you very much for coming. I want to remind through your presence how much the Union of Greek Physicists supported the lone horseman named Petros Zografos. I also want to say something else about the first presentation you made on the conversion of kinetic energy into electricity, that you give us ideas, how the student can understand, but also the common citizen, everyday people. The concepts of physics, and we are also given something else, that now the children must examine them. That is, you will show us ideas for the Panhellenic physics competition and for the Panhellenic exams. How does one understand concepts through experimental processes and activities? We are now entering another level, how we bring the science of physics closer to humans through experimental procedures and activities. But the role of television is also educational, it is very important. Thank you, because there is now a new framework that we show the children. Now we don't teach them on the board, We show the concepts, we act out the concepts, we make the children participate in the experimental activities, and now the concept is in front of them in another way, not the way we solved an exercise. We calculated a size we now get with the new process to understand science differently, and we thank you very much. Where these roads are opened, so it must and so it is needed. We once had a chemical that would burn us all in the classroom. Why did he? He mixed a little more than the substance he was mixing, and we went to become a mess. I have spoken to a friend. We say tomorrow we will go to the embassy of the African Union, to some embassy. Now it's up to me, and we'll give it as it is, so that they can build it where they don't have electricity. That is, they live with candles so that they can at least have lighting, a radio, and the rest so that they can, for the children who suffer so much in Africa, to read. Tomorrow as it is, we will go now. This message came via SMS to my phone to leave it for the embassy. In Africa, below. Thank you all for coming. Yours at Hajidaki 30. Years. We won't show it now before we close Obi's EOD map, which says what exactly. The previous gentleman who was at the patent office of the European Union said that the invention is not, it has no validity, and it is expired. That is, the invention does not exist. That's what I'm dealing with now. But committed to the world. On the previous show, we'll take him out later. That we will prove. With Obi's document. A second is to read it in. Are you done? I have it in my bag. So bring the paper. Shall we read it? Date signed it. His appearance are not holding the bag. They give them to the journalists. They will make videos. The journalists are shown on TV. So, okay, it's not just about the site. Here I'm taking it slow for a minute. Your own kinetic energy can't catch up with you. If there was electricity, we'd be here. If the PPC now isn't. Jungle G. No. Here is the general manager of OV, dated yesterday. So, financial address, accounting department, Marusi. Information, etc. We certify that is shown by the records of the patent registry maintained by the competent authority for patents and utility model certificates. Law 17, 33 of 87, Article 1, Paragraph 1, filed on the 12th of April 30. Application for a patent with number so and so and so and so by Mr. Painter, Petra and Ioannis Spiliopoulos, and the number has been granted. And the rest. The aforementioned patent is valid until the 5th of January 2032 of 2000, as long as they pay the prescribed fees, already paid annual renewal fees of the 4th year by promissory note, and the U.S. valid until April 30th, 16. How much are these fees? Is not. Now, that is, as long as infinity. We know €70 somewhere. There I take every amount every year. This is granted after the request of the lawyer Mr. Spiliopoulos Ioannis for every legal use by order of the General Manager. Nikolaos Papagiannis, Director of the Financial Directorate, the Industrial Property Organization. So he said it's not valid, but it's valid until 2038. Thank you for your presence, but we will be here every Thursday and we have a lot to say, but I want us to prepare this 1 kilowatt device and show. Let's go higher now. The other device that we will show, that is. The next time when the broadcast takes place, we will put loads of 1.5 kilos, and we have increased it by 500 watts. We don't sit on the couch. And why don't we put loads? We don't make 2 devices have 3 kilowatt loads and everyone's mouths open. We will do that too. Sir, this is what we will do. If you go slowly, you understand that 2 years of broadcasts, and I can handle 3 years as long as this is done, implemented and given to the world. Okay, you see, I keep my promises. To be implemented. So then I will be notified. And then we will really see our light, not us and other people. Good evening.